Hey guys, thanks so much for clicking on today's video. I'm really excited that you're here and we're going to talk about one of my favorite topics, which is 5 ways to express gratitude and how it can change your brain. Studies have shown that when we express gratitude, we can actually change the way that we think and we're able to activate different parts of our brain. The best part is that when we're more grateful, our brain actually releases dopamine. And when this happens, we feel wonderful, we feel great. And dopamine signals the brain, hey, we liked that, let's do that again. And it becomes this kind of chain reaction that we keep going after. Studies have also shown that when people practiced gratitude mindfully, whether it was writing down something that they were grateful for or feeling grateful for something themselves and then being tasked with donating to a cause or something like that, the benefits from this actually lasted for several months. And anytime that they did something that reminded them of that, the same parts of their brain were activated and it was this general overall feeling of well-being. Gratitude is really something that we can all benefit from across the board. So let's jump into 5 ways that we can show gratitude or express gratitude or think in a grateful way. We may often feel like we're always focused on the future, or maybe we're even worrying about things that happened in the past, or really spending a lot of time in either or direction. So the first way that we can practice this gratitude is by using a gratitude journal. So you can use just a regular pad and just have that as your gratitude journal, or you can buy a special gratitude journal, really whatever you like. And a great way to start is by writing down 3 things that you're grateful for every day. Now, it's actually not enough for you to just say, I'm grateful for this, I'm grateful for that, and to expect there to be a change. For our brain to actually have that dopamine rush, which is the thing that will start to facilitate a change with how our brain works and to help us be a more grateful person, we actually have to tap into the emotions behind why we're happy that we have something. So when you say that you're grateful for something, at the beginning of this process, you really need to think through, what would my life be like if I didn't have it? How does this bring me joy or happiness now because I have this situation or this person or this opportunity? When we tap into that emotion, that's when we're actually able to take the step from just quickly writing down things like, yeah, I'm grateful for that, I'm grateful for that, to genuinely feeling that gratitude or the happiness that we have whatever the situation is. We always have the option to look for the good in a situation. Happiness is a byproduct of our gratitude, and gratitude is always a choice. The third thing that we can do to practice gratitude and feel more grateful is express gratitude to the people in our lives or people around us. Sometimes we can be a little bit stingy with our compliments. People are busy, we're going about our day, and maybe if we aren't used to receiving compliments, it may not seem natural for us to give other people compliments, but it feels so good to let people know that you appreciate them, they're doing a great job, you see them. And we know how wonderful that feels when somebody comes up and tells us something that we weren't doing it for recognition, but someone saw it and they appreciate that about us. That's something that we'll hold on to forever. We'll start to notice more of the good that people do in general, and we'll stop looking at the negative things or the things that bug us about people, and we'll be able to find lots of positive things about them, and we'll be able to tell them those things too. The fourth thing that we can do to practice gratitude is keep it a part of our daily life. So we talk about the gratitude journal. We can also have in our nightly routine, it could be maybe something that we discuss with our family or with a friend, however we want to do it. But if we actively get in the habit of discussing something that we're grateful for, when we have that accountability, it makes us look for something because we know we're going to have to come up with something when we talk to them. So that accountability will sometimes help us pay more attention to things that we can be grateful for. Most of us can find 3 things that we're grateful for, and some days they won't be anything profound, and other days they'll be something really deep. Some days you're just really excited that you remembered to wash your favorite mug and you were able to enjoy your coffee. And other days, it'll be the kindness and care of someone who's really, really close to you. Take the time to reflect on those things and then talk about them or write them down, because when we do that, it cements it in our brain and it becomes a lasting part of who we are. The fifth way that we can practice gratitude is by always looking for new ways to learn and also to appreciate that we have the opportunity to learn. That means even when situations don't go the way that we wanted them to. That's one of the best learning opportunities and one of the hardest times for us to turn a situation into a situation of gratitude is when we wanted something to go a certain way and we feel like we failed, or we feel like everything's working out the wrong way, or we really, really hope for something to work out better. Looking for the positive in those types of situations is one of the strongest and sometimes hardest ways for us to rewire our brain. But if we can manage that, we'll be unstoppable. We'll be able to keep going. We won't worry about the downfall of everything not working out the way that we wanted it to, or being afraid of others seeing us fail, or whatever it might be. If we're able to practice gratitude for the times that things don't go the way we wanted to, this is the most powerful thing that you can unlock in yourself, and it's such a profound way to feel grateful. Some essential oils that I love to use during our gratitude practices, it's really any oils. Because our sense of smell is so powerful, incorporating an essential oil is going to help us kind of ground in those gratitude practices that we're doing. And we can also use that aroma as a reminder throughout our day of what we're trying to do, how we're trying to retrain our brain, and just a quick little snap back to reality almost. My favorite oil for this is wild orange. I have always loved wild orange. It's one of the first essential oils that I had this really powerful experience with when I smelled it, because it just instantly made me feel really happy. I love combining wild orange and frankincense together. Frankincense is the other essential oil that I had a really powerful experience with. That was in my very first box of oils that I ever got, and the second that I smelled it, I just instantly felt really calm and grounded. So I love combining those two oils together. But you can really use any oil that you love, because if we have a strong emotional response, or just even really liking the smell of an essential oil, that tells us that something in our brain, we're connected with that oil and we probably need it. So use any oils that you like. Start to get intuitive with that, and you'll see that you'll start to kind of ground in this gratitude practice, and it will start to get easier and easier as you go. Gratitude is an amazing thing that we can do to change our outlook on any situation. Often we can't change our actual situation, but if we can change our thought pattern and our thought process, it's going to remove a lot of stress from our lives, feeling like things are just repetitively going wrong for us. The more that we feel like that, honestly, the more it's going to happen. We'll start to stop trying as hard in some areas, or just kind of altering our actions because we have this idea that things never work out for us. So by incorporating gratitude exercises, we're focusing on how we can see the good and see the positive, and why something good always comes from whatever we're doing. And the more we focus on that, the more we'll start to be reaching for more good things. So thank you guys so much for watching. I look forward to seeing you guys in my next video. Bye!